The main purpose of Green Forest is to provide urban renewal to communities that really need our help.
Right now it's just gravel and rubble, and it really needs to be fixed up.
Basically, we give them environmentally friendly solutions to their outdoor problems. But sometimes, we'll take on a challenge that nobody else will touch because it's the right thing to do. My name is Carson Arthur, and you're about to see a beautiful transformation on a piece of land that everybody forgot about.
Well, I'm the city planner for this area, and one of the things that I'd heard a lot from people in the neighborhood was that they really wanted this particular patch of gravel fixed up.
Just an ugly gray area, there's nothing there.
I mean, it is a neighborhood in transition, as they call it, but I think artists are going to make the difference in the end.
The space as it is now is basically a concrete jungle.
I think this is probably the ugliest corner in Toronto.
It's just dirt, concrete, and a brick wall. There's nothing there, no appeal.
It's very plain, uninviting, not people-friendly.
Possibly one of the ugliest corners in North America.
Now, Elise, I was out here earlier looking at this property, and it's a very unusual space.
Yeah, it's about 25 feet wide and almost 100 feet long.
So I can go all the way to the end.
Yeah.
Okay, and who owns this property?
Well, a portion of it's owned by the building. It's their front yard.
Okay.
And the rest of it is owned by the city.
All right, and who do you represent?
I work for the city. I'm the local area planner.
Okay. Have you heard much from the community about this space?
Well, a couple of different people have come to me and said that they really wanted to see some street trees put in.
It would be great to have some trees, a lot of perennials that will come back without little care.
Trees and plants.
Maybe some shrubs, maybe even, oh joy, something, flowers.
Well, I think anything green.
But because it's partly owned by the city and partly by the building, there are some roadblocks.
So then it is for the community as well as for the city.
Yes.
Then what do you want to see in this space?
Street trees. Because on the south side of the street, there are pipes underground that won't let us put any trees in. So if we can't put them in here, we can't put them in anywhere.
Trees. And you've got hydro lines here, which is a problem.
Exactly.
Which means you need me to put the trees on the private property.
If you can. I think what I'd really like to see for the neighborhood is a greener place, some place that people actually want to stroll through instead of walking through as fast as they can.
Cars drive by so fast, it's like a highway.
There's nothing to entice anyone or to give you even a little bit of visual pleasure as you drive by. It's just ugly, gray, dead.
What do you not want to see out here?
Well, I don't really want to see a place for people to loiter. And as you can see right now, it's a lot of rubble and gravel. So I'd rather see something that's green and has color year-round, not too much maintenance.
We can't put up a fence?
No, fences wouldn't be great.
All right. Then, because you speak on behalf of both the community and the city, I'm going to bring you a design.
Fabulous.
This should be fun. But hey, I love a challenge.
I think this will be great.
After meeting with Elise, I'm a little concerned about this project because I have to meet the needs of two very distinct groups. I've got the community and the people who live in the building. I can understand why at this point nothing has been done yet because this is definitely not an easy job. Well, I got some really good news this morning. It appears that the property owner is giving me carte blanche to do what I want in his space, which is a great thing because I have some very good ideas for his design. Now, this is a really unusual project because this property is split in two. Half of it belongs to the residences and the other half belongs to the city. What I am going to focus on here, though, is a separation of the public and private areas, and I'm going to do that with a series of retaining walls. These retaining walls have a few different purposes in this space. Now, I've put them into two unique areas with a path down the middle. So, I've got two different retaining walls at different heights to really help me create plant beds. Now, I need these plant beds level because I'm going to do something a little bit different, and I'm doing it different with the trees. I'm going against the norm with my tree placement in this garden. Now, ordinarily you see trees in a horizontal band along the side of a building, but I want to be unique, so I'm doing my trees in vertical rows from the sidewalk to the building. This way, I can basically stop the visual of the long, narrow space, but more importantly, I break it into very manageable sections. In each of these sections, though, I get a chance to do something creative, and I have just the thing in mind. Elise asked for year-round color in this space, but I want to do that with something other than just the plants. So I'm going to put in some 4x4 posts. Now, I'm planning to put about 50 posts in the garden in 2 separate rows. The reason I'm doing this is I want to paint these posts bright, vibrant red. And I'm doing this for a very artistic statement. As you drive by, I want you to see this band of color that goes through the trees and the plants. And once I have them drawn in my design, I can take this over to the planning office and I can get Elise's official seal of approval. I don't want this to look like every boulevard planting that's ever been done. I want to do something creative and artistic and make a statement, which means I need to create a space that is exceptional. Now this is my design concept idea for that piece of land, okay? And because you read plans all the time, this should be easy for you.
Well, let's see.
This is the stretch of land all the way across, all right? Because I can't put up a fence, I'm gonna do something a little bit different. The first retaining wall is right here. Now this retaining wall is only 10 inches high. Immediately behind that are a series of shrubs. Preferably I'd like to use Catani aster, okay? Something that's not very inviting, but visually it's nice looking.
It's really green. I was expecting actually kind of more patio stones. I wasn't expecting so much shrubbery.
I think Elise was a little bit surprised that I'm not doing the traditional style of border planting in this space. I'm using all the same materials, but I'm doing it in a different way because I want it to be inspirational. This is sort of a new take on an old twist.
I thought that there was going to be, pretty solid wall here, and I was a little concerned about visibility.
Well, and safety issues.
Yeah.
I wanted to get away from that. In fact, none of these plants are really thick enough or substantial enough to hide behind, okay?
Because there's not a lot of people walking along this street at night, it's important to make sure that those walkways are wide and that there aren't tall plantings around them that someone could hide behind.
You're also going to notice these little squares, okay? What I don't want to have here is just an ordinary garden. We're trying to create a piece of art, something visually stimulating, so that when people are driving by, they actually slow down to look at it, okay?
That's a really different kind of non-fence than I've ever seen.
Then do I have your permission to start construction? Because if you approve of this, we can start today.
Sounds good.
Great, thank you very much. This is gonna be very cool, I promise.
Oh yeah.
Well, here's the new space.
Looks like you spent a lot of time on the concrete. I was actually expecting a little bit more to be done at this point. We've only got a couple days left.
Green Force is at the corner of St. Clarence and DuPont, where we are creating a truly urban makeover on a neglected piece of land, a corner lot that the neighborhood has been unhappy with.
The space as it is now is basically a concrete jungle.
So it's Green Force to the rescue, to help the public and private sector come together with a design for this depressing place that will keep both camps happy.
Well, today's groundbreaking day, which means we have to start by removing all that asphalt and concrete that's on the side of the sidewalk. Hopefully we can send that away to be recycled because I don't want that to end up in the landfill.
While the Green Force team gets the old concrete out, I'm off to look for some possible stone options.
Hey, John.
Hey, Carson, how's it going?
It's going well. How are you, sir?
I'm doing well.
I am stone shopping today.
Find anything you like?
Well, I think so. I'm doing a small project. It's a pathway with some retaining walls and some bordering, okay? So I need some collections that work together completely because it's a very small space. Okay. I'll probably go with the palio. All right, I'm familiar with it. It's easy to lay. It'll go down quick. We'll probably just go with that.
Yeah, the Palio Mod's a great product. However, have you thought about using the Mega Bergerac?
That one?
Yeah. You had mentioned that it's a small space, and I like using larger stones in a small space sometimes.
Yeah, and when you compare the two, this is a much more dramatic stone. You know what? Let's try it. It's something new.
Excellent.
I don't like this color though.
The Mega comes in six colors.
I prefer
this being
color.
one of them.
I do like this color better, and it's going to work with the building a little bit better because the building's got some sand tones in it. Let's get that stone, this color, and then I need walling stones to go with it.
Well, let's go take a look at the colors. Yeah, this is our color sample rack.
Right.
So if you're going with the Ardennes Gray Mega Bergerac, I would recommend either the Orleans Gray, because it does have some beige in it, and gray. The Aberdeen, which is a couple different gray mixes and a little bit of beige, or a charcoal.
And that's a lot of gray. Okay, that is too beige.
Okay.
That one is too gray for what I'm looking for, so let's go with the Aberdeen because it's kind of a happy mix between the two.
Excellent choice.
Okay, so let's write up the order and I will get you all the measurements. Because the stone got delivered to the garden on time and the guys have been working so hard at getting the retaining walls up, people are starting to notice the structure of the space, and they're giving me a lot of positive feedback. I'm just hoping that Elise feels the same way. Well, here's the new space.
Looks like you spent a lot of time on the concrete.
Well, you had to rip it out somewhere, right?
Yeah, no. Well, there was an awful lot of it.
Well, we've got some retaining wall in.
Yeah. I was actually expecting a little bit more to be done at this point. We've only got a couple days left, and it looks like they've just barely finished breaking up the concrete.
Although I'm loving the fact that you're wearing red right now.
Yeah?
Yeah. You know those 4x4 posts that I was putting in here?
Uh-huh.
I'm painting them red. That shade of red.
All right.
Yeah.
I like red, but
good.
If they don't like it, they can always paint it.
Fair enough.
So
fair enough.
Yeah.
All right. Well, come see the
it's red
path.
for now.
I also want you to see the path, okay? Because we did increase it as per your request. Is it feeling big enough for two?
Yeah, it feels like, you know, if you're kind of scary, I can at least get around you.
I wanted Elise to see the pathway because I did increase it for her, but visually I still kept it feeling a little bit smaller by putting in those pillars. Now I've also got pillars that we're putting in.
Those are new.
Well, they are a little bit. What I'm using them for is I'm really trying to create the separation between what is public and what is private in this garden.
Okay.
Gives a little bit more separation so people when they're walking by understand that this belongs to somebody. Okay. All right, we have a little bit of work to do, but we'll get it done in a couple of days.
Absolutely.
You don't seem stressed at all about it.
I'm sure you guys will just work, you know, till midnight to get it done.
And the worst case scenario is I'll call you to help us out, right?
Absolutely.
I can start you over here. I think she trusts me to get this job done on time. And now that I've said that, I better deliver.
If it's not finished, I'll bring some crews. We'll get it done.
I need to get those fence posts in, so what do you suggest?
Can't drill. There's too many utilities running through the ground.
Under the whole thing?
Gas, hydro. I can stand them on the ground, but they might fall over.
The work at St. Clarence and DuPont is well on its way. The old concrete is gone and the new walkway and retaining walls are being built. I know it looks like not a lot has happened,
Well, frankly, I was expecting a little bit more to be done at this point.
but we are still on time and this space will be finished as scheduled.
So listen, can I borrow you for a second?
Yep.
Okay, so lower retaining wall is done.
Yep.
You've got your pillars in, the path is done, second retaining wall is being started.
Yep.
So you're getting pretty close to being done today. So
Yep.
really all that needs to happen in this space is the holes have to be dug for my 4x4s, right?
If we could do them, yes, we would.
When I envisioned the 4x4 posts being in the garden, I was expecting them to be sunk into concrete into the space.
Can't drill. There's too many utilities running through the ground.
Under the whole thing?
Gas, hydro.
I need to get those fence posts in, so what do you suggest?
Post spikes?
Yeah, I don't really like the fence post idea, so do you have any other suggestions?
I don't have one. I can stand them on the ground, but they might fall over.
Okay, then I'm loving the idea of the fence posts a little bit more. The fence spikes aren't really my first choice in this space, but because these 4x4 posts aren't going to be load bearing and I'm using them merely as a decorative shot of color in the garden, using the spikes will work out just fine. Now that the garden is on schedule with the soil being delivered, I have an opportunity to slip out and start getting the plants for the space. Now I want all of my red shrubs, but in addition to that, I'm going to pick out the trees and the perennials.
Hey there, Carson. What are you up to today?
Paul, what, you don't get people in here with color swatches all the time?
Not often, no.
I'm doing a garden that I want to really introduce some bright colors, specifically one of these reds, okay? Feeling good about the cranberry or the Catani aster? But if you've got anything else, I would be more than interested to hear about it.
Well, certain varieties of Japanese maples are looking nice right now.
Okay.
Barberry's looking good. Dwarf burning bush, of course.
Yeah,
Good.
let's go see the burning bush then.
All right.
Yeah.
Some red over here.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. And that's a great color. I'll probably go with that shade right there.
Looks good.
Yeah, okay. I need 45 of these. You got enough in stock for me?
Of course we do.
Nice, let's load them up.
All right.
Even though I'm bringing in the red posts so I have 4 seasons of color in this space, I also want to really focus on how the plants look together all year long, which is why I'm combining blue, green, and white. I'm not really introducing any other colors but those 3, and of course the red. Believe it or not, planting at this time of the year is actually a good thing for the plants. The hardest thing they face when being transplanted is the heat of the summer, but in the fall,
there is no heat. It's nice and cool. And the trees are already starting to go dormant, which means as long as you can be patient, you can take advantage of great prices at the nursery. One of the elements that the community really wanted in this space was year-round color. And I'm going to give them that with the use of these 4x4 posts. And I'm doing it for a few different reasons. First, I'm trying to catch the color in this Catani aster, or the fall color of this burning bush, because I think it's really dramatic. So the color that I've actually chosen for this paint is this one right here. And this is a very, very dramatic red. Now this is such a bold color statement that it's going to be a big impact all year round, not just in the fall.
Yeah, I knew there was a good reason for not painting those posts before I put the spikes in.
Well, as you can see, all the plants have been delivered and the guys are starting to put them in place. But what's happening here is it's being broken into manageable sections by these rows of trees. Also working in my favor is this path, which Elise asked me to widen. It goes from the building to the sidewalk, allowing for great access. These trees still have to be planted, but we're getting there. We also have to place all of these perennials, but I don't want to do that until we paint these posts. Specifically, this color, so I can take advantage of all this fantastic fall foliage. It may seem like we're getting close, but I know we still have a long way to go.
Oh my God, it looks awesome. I can't believe how much stuff Carson got into the space, all the trees, so many shrubs. This must have cost a fortune.
The Green Force team is transforming the corner of St. Clarence and DuPont, where we have taken what some would call
Possibly one of the ugliest corners in North America.
and turned it into an eye-pleasing piece of urban landscape. For some reason, it feels like this garden is slowly progressing. We do have the retaining walls in and the path is laid and the topsoil's in place, but it feels like we should be further along at this point, especially considering today is our last day of construction and there is a lot more work to be done. One of the big challenges for this space was how it was originally being used. More specifically, this pad right here. Now, it was the perfect height for people to sit on, and that's what was happening. So, to stop the loitering, I've actually raised the soil level. Now, there's no real good spot in this garden to sit. And more importantly, these retaining walls also create a clear separation between the sidewalk and the parking lot. I'm dirty, I'm tired, but more importantly, this garden is ready for Elise and the community. You ready to see this?
Oh my God, I had no idea you were putting this many trees in. This is great. There's like, you have like bushes every 2 square feet. They're all over the place. This must have cost a fortune.
It's worth it though.
This is so good.
You seem shocked.
You know what, I had a totally different idea of what the space would look like, and I saw your design and I was sort of iffy about it, but it looks really, really good. I think it looks great. I can't believe how much stuff Carson got into the space, all the trees, so many shrubs. It looks like super quality. It's really awesome.
What do you think about the red posts more importantly? Because that was what I was worried about.
You know what, I love the red posts.
I was worried about those red posts because that was a bit of a risk that I was prepared to take because I was putting it in the space. But for Elise to not even notice them, that was fantastic because that meant that they blended right into the garden, which was exactly what they were supposed to do.
I especially love the bushes in between. What are those called?
Well, that's burning bush.
Yeah.
And I'd even timed everything out so that in fall, this time of season, we've got lots of red happening. So we've got the red berries of the Catani aster. We've got the red from the burning bush. You've got red actually in the miscanthus in the veining.
Oh yeah.
So it all ties together.
I think it's great in terms of the design, the way that they made it so that it's a beautiful space, it's really welcoming. You want to go into the building, but it's not going to encourage people to loiter. What are they look like junipers or cedars or something?
Those are junipers. They're drought tolerant, so they can handle the heat of the space a little bit better, okay? And I really wanted to incorporate that blue shade into the garden.
Yeah, it looks really, really sharp.
Thank you. I'm glad Elise was impressed with the plant selection for this garden. I was really trying to give them 4 seasons of interest with absolutely as little maintenance as possible. And we have the nice wide path with all the plants around it, just like you asked for.
You know what? I actually am really happy with the path. Now that it's up, now that the walkway itself is up higher, totally not a concern for me, and I think it looks really good.
And it's hard for you to see the whole finished product because it's fall, and I know that.
Yeah, but you've planted them so nice and thick that it's gonna look really good.
Fantastic. Is this what you expected?
Not at all, but I love it.
What do you think the community is gonna say about it though?
I think they're gonna be ecstatic. It's really great.
We should go ask them.
Awesome, let's go.
Oh, I think it's really beautiful. I love the color. I love the burning bush plants.
Oh, I love it. I've been here for 24 years. I've never seen nothing like this.
I can't believe it. It's an incredible transformation of this corner.
The very first time that I saw this piece of land, I wasn't sure what kind of impact I could really make here. But because this community is so invested in trying to improve their own neighborhood, how could the Green Force team say no? And now look, we have something that isn't designed for just anyone. This is a beautiful, colorful garden designed for absolutely everyone, whether they live in this building or somewhere nearby. My name is Carson Arthur, and I hope you've enjoyed watching this garden transformation as much as I've enjoyed bringing it to you.
I walked up the street and I couldn't believe it was the same place it was last week. You guys did an amazing job.
You can see the traffic slowing down. People walking by are completely amazed that you've managed to pull this off in such a short period of time and with such spectacular results. I thank you very much. It's totally fabulous.
Makes this part of the neighborhood a little nicer, a lot nicer.
It's the best thing around, but hopefully that will spread the word, so to speak.